After 7 months, my plants are finally thriving. Some even came back from the dead. Now it's my turn. I'm going to reveal a space that will make plant care organized, fun, and easy. Welcome to the Potting Station series. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you've been following along, then you know we just wrapped up a full greenhouse series from importing and building my Amazon greenhouse all the way to moving in my entire 500 plant collection. And honestly, my plants are living their best life again. But if you have a greenhouse or even a collection my size, then you know the work doesn't stop once the plants get inside the greenhouse or that the plants, finally have a comfortable place to live. I now have to really make things, supportive for the greenhouse at this point. All in all, to say, I want to shift focus a bit now onto getting the space fully functional and optimally organized, just to make my repotting, fertilizing, pest treatments, moss pole operations, and general propagation more like streamlined, easy, and fun. So today kicks off a brand new series where I'm building a dedicated potting and workstation to support all of my greenhouse tasks. This is the area I chose. It's close enough to the greenhouse for easy access, but still gives me space to move, store supplies, and create without feeling cramped. Right now, here's what I've done. I know it looks like nothing, but trust me, I actually created a sturdy work surface. That's the concrete table there that everything is piled onto. I set up some shelving for my soil mixes, tools, and accessories, and I've designated bins for all my soil amendments. And I've started organizing my fertilizers, pest spray supplies, and propagation tools. So I'm off to a start. So let me give you all a close up and pretty much bring you all into the mess. And I'm hoping that your juices will get flowing as well, and some ideas might pop up that you'll be willing to share in the comments below. But this is the hot mess that I'm dealing with. I have to get all of this organized and protected from the elements. This space is still being rained on, and we do have future plans to cover it over as part of my irrigation or my smart irrigation system or plans for the greenhouse itself. And I'm hoping to do a kitchen garden. Comment below if you'd want to see that process. I could just start another series while we're at it here. But this is a close up of the space. Anything at all that comes to mind that you feel might be useful as from one plant parent to another, I will be grateful. So, if you've been here for a while, you know that that's my old workbench and I'm still trying to reuse it here. How I plan to reuse it right now is not really as a working surface, but more for storage. It is made of pallet wood, it is varnished, but it really should not be getting wet directly. And I'm just zooming you all into it. So just a little gap between the wall and the tank that, I don't know if shelving could go there or any kind of storage to the back there to just hide all the ugly stuff, because the long term plan for this area is to just become a nice relaxing chill zone that I could just pop out and re-energize myself for the day, because you all know when life gets life in, it gets rough, and I want to be able to step out and just recharge. So the long-term goal for here is really to become a beautiful, like serene, tropical plant parent dream space. To just sum it up, so I'm just making sure you'll have a thorough visual of what we're dealing with from between the greenhouse to the potting station. While y'all are digesting the space that I have to work in, or the space that supports the greenhouse, bear in mind that we really do have a transformation, a large project ahead of us that I'm bringing you all along on, because, of course, 100 heads are better than one, to think of solutions just to decorate space and to continue turning it into a backyard oasis. So, tiling is in the plans for here, as well as, like I said, my kitchen garden. I want to make it as not junkyardy, but modern. And in this hobby, it is so easy for things to turn into a junkyard because we hoard. That's what we do. We inherently are hoarders, and every piece of plastic, bottle, and box we need to keep. So I want to have everything contained. I'm giving you all a back view now of what is going to be the liming spot or the chill zone. I want to create some backdrops as natural as possible. And like I said, all here is going to be tiled. I want to have a nice seating area if we want to do barbecues in the back here, or just step outside of the workspace. I work from home, so I like stepping out to get a breath, and then like I said, recharge in a space that really is uplifting. So this is the liming spot, and I am just at this point coming up with ideas, just thinking about what my preferences are for this space and color palette. Okay, so let's not lose focus, and I'm just going to fast track y'all. I cleaned up the space and I packed everything away. So I want to show y'all my organization strategy currently, from just decluttering the space a bit and just thinking about organization before I just go out there, buy a bunch of things and start to permanently secure things to walls. And I kind of want to figure out how does the space function as is, and then decide what I can possibly add to make it better. So we have the working surface, which is made out of concrete, so I know that's going to last a while. I decided to reuse an old filing drawer for now to place all my pest treatments and fertilizers in, and this actually pushes in a bit more so that it doesn't get waterlogged, rain doesn't get in there, so those are secured from the elements, which was super important for me. All my soil amendments, as well as soil mixes, accessories, and tools, are all in plastic bins. I have to also protect everything from sea blast. Not everything, just my tools that could rust. So bear that in mind if you have any suggestions. And the bottom shelf is just for extras. I've been using the openings in this wall, which is the side of my dog kennel, to put some tools in there, or just anything that I need to grab on a daily basis that is rusting away. But things that I need every day, I really have not been practicing consistency with packing everything away. I just put it in the little brick hole. I know it's a haphazard way of operating right now, but at least I'm understanding what I need access to on a daily basis, so that when I do come up with storage solutions, I want to make sure that these things are to the forefront. So maybe some shelving up on this wall is what I'm thinking to help me. In this area, bear in mind, this is not going to be a permanent setup. I just didn't want to just toss out my old potting station, so I'm going to use it as temporary storage for now. And I'm putting everything that is definitely an eyesore for someone who's not a plant parent or gardener or has an interest in plants, which is the rest of my family. So I didn't want the backyard to really look junkyardy or just be an eyesore for others who want to experience the space as well. So I'm using it as storage, and I've just organized my pots, like you saw there, as well as other necessities that I require in this hobby. Just to reiterate, from both sides of this particular area, I was really mindful about tucking away all those things that could potentially just degrade the space visually. Okay, so I think you all know everything you need to. This was the official kickoff of this new potting station series. So if you enjoyed the greenhouse build and you're ready for the next chapter in this plant parent's journey, make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell, because we're creating the ultimate plant potting station and you don't want to miss a single step. Well, I'm hoping it's worth your while anyway. Any suggestions, like I said, drop it in the comments below. So let's get organized, let's get creative, and let's keep our plants, my plants specifically, thriving. See you in the next one.